Hello everyone, I'm Sil, and welcome to part 6 of my video series, The Best Way to Learn English. Now today I would like to talk to you about vocabulary. How much is enough? How much vocabulary do you need? How many words do you need to learn in order to speak English at the same level as native English speakers? Experts, they don't agree. Experts estimate that the average native English speaking person knows between 10,000 to 60,000 words. Now, that's a big difference. And the reason we have such a big difference is because experts don't agree on how to count words. So let me show you here. I have teach, teacher, teaching, teaches. Is this 4 words or is it just 1 word? Because even though they're all spelled differently, I can look at the word teach and I know that adding ER makes it teacher, which means someone that teaches. Or teaching, I am teaching right now. So I know that I can add ing for the present progressive to talk about something that is happening at this moment. Teaches, I know that if I'm talking about another person, she teaches Spanish, then I have to add this es to the word. I know this, and I know this because the rules of English tell me that. So once you learn that rule, you can do that with any other word in this category, any verb. So clean, for example, okay, to clean, I know that I don't have to study 4 new words. I don't have to study clean, cleaner, cleaning, cleans. I know just from the one word clean that I can add ER and make cleaner. And I can make cleaning, and I can make cleans. And I know what they mean, and I know how to use those words. I can do it with another word, print. Print, printer, printing, prints. That's easy, right? So, in this case, is it 4 words or is it just 1 word? Well, if you ask me, I consider this 1 word with predictable rules to make other words, but it's really just 1 word. So it's a 1 root word. So the person, the expert who counted 10,000 words, probably counted root words. The 60,000, the experts who say 60,000 words are needed for everyday English, they're probably counting this as 4 words. Another example is, for example, the word light. Okay? A light can be a thing that makes things brighter, right? That's a light. Or light could also mean not heavy. You know, this marker is not heavy. It's light. So that's 2 different meanings, but the spelling is the same. L-I-G-H-T. So is that 2 words? Yes, I think so. Because if I learn, for example, that this marker is light, and then somebody says, oh, I need more light. I can't see, it's too dark. I need more light. I can't predict from the first meaning the second meaning. I can't do that. So I consider that 2 different meanings. Now, how did these experts count their words? I'm not sure. But these are the problems that we have with counting words in English. However, that's okay. Let's go with the low estimate, 10,000 words. Let's say you only need to learn 10,000 words to speak at the same level as a native English speaker, okay? Now, if that's true, if you only need 10,000 words, and you think about how long does it take to learn 10 words, then I don't know, how long does it take to learn 10 words? When I was studying Japanese, I mean, I'm still learning, but I'm not using flashcards. In the beginning, I used flashcards. I would write on one side 10 English words, and on the other side their meanings in Japanese, and I would study this way to learn new words. It's not the best way to study, but it's okay if you know how to use it properly in the grand scheme of learning a language. Anyway, that's how I studied a lot of the basic words when I was beginning to learn Japanese. And at that time, I remember I timed myself once, and I wanted to see how long does it take to learn 10 words. It took me nearly 10 minutes to memorize and be able to, I'd have to read the Japanese word and remember the English word, and also I wanted to look at the English word and remember the Japanese word. It took me about 10 minutes. I remember that. However, if that's all I did, of course I would forget those words. So the next day, if you tested me, I would forget 5 of those words. So reviewing these words is very important. You have to review, review, review. So, of course, I studied those words for the first, putting those new words, learning the new word for the first time and putting it in my head. But then I had to review those words so that I don't forget them. Well, that review time adds up. You review them for 2 or 3 minutes later on in the day. The next day you review them again. 3 days later you review them again. 1 week later you review them again. And then finally, after reviewing 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I remembered these words. So how long does it take to learn 10 words? Well, for me, it took the 10 minutes plus the review time. I don't know, I'm guessing 30 minutes maybe, or maybe 20, I don't know, somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes. But I think 30 is not too much. So let's say it takes 30 minutes to learn 10 new words, okay? Now, how long is it going to take you to learn enough words to speak English at the same level as a native speaker? Well, the math is easy. 10,000 words, and it takes half an hour for every 10 words you learn. 30 minutes for every 10 words. Well, that means 5,000 hours, okay? I've already scratched it out. 5,000 hours. Now, if you think about how long 5,000 hours is, it's a long, long time. So let's say, come on, that's crazy. It doesn't take 30 minutes to learn 10 new words. Maybe 15 minutes. I can learn 10 new words in 15 minutes. Well, I don't know. Can you? If you'd like to test yourself, pause the video, go find a dictionary, find 10 English words that you don't know, you've never heard, you've never seen, write them down. On the other side, write the equivalent word in your language and study them. Time yourself and see how many minutes it takes. And remember that that is only the first step. That's just learning the word for the first time. You still need to review that word many, many times. And then in addition to that, you'll need to listen to a lot of English. But right now, I'm just talking about the vocabulary part. Of course, to understand and use words properly, you'll need to listen to a lot of English on top of all of this, okay? So right now, I'm just looking at the basic amount of time to learn some new words and to remember them so you don't forget them. So let's say it's 15 minutes. Okay, fine. 15 minutes for 10 words. You need 10,000 words. That's 2,500 hours of study. Now, think about this. That's a long time. How many hours are you studying English? Are you studying vocabulary per day right now? Is it 1 hour? Most students that I know do 1 or 2 hours a week. So if you're doing 1 hour a day, that's pretty good compared to other students. But is it enough? And remember, that's just learning the vocabulary. If you're doing 1 hour of English in total, then you're spending less time learning vocabulary. So let's say that you're spending 1 hour a day, every day, including Saturdays and Sundays, learning vocabulary, okay? And of course, the next day you review, so all that time added up. And let's say you're super smart and you can do it with only 15 minutes of study and review. 2,500 hours is how much time you will need to learn 10,000 words. 1 hour a day, that's 365 hours a year. 365 hours a year times 10, times 10 for the words. So 365 days a year times 10 is 3,650 words a year, right? So if you're learning 3,650 words a year, it's going to take you 3 years minimum just to learn 10,000 words. And remember, on top, this is if you're fast, 15 minutes to learn 10 words. Plus, on top of that, you need to review it this includes the review. What I mean is, you need to use the English. You need to listen, and you need to, listen to English. You need to read English, because that's how you learn how to use these words. You know the meaning by studying, but you don't know how to use these words. You don't know when to use these words. So you're going to need to listen to a lot of English, right? So if you're studying 1 hour a day, you're looking at a minimum, and that's just for the vocabulary, of 3 years. And then imagine all the extra time you'll need to listen to English and also practice your own speaking, right? Using your abilities to express yourself. How much time is it going to take you to reach the level of a native speaker? 10 years? 15 years? Now, I don't mean never making any mistakes. I mean, being able to understand and communicate without many problems. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes, so don't worry about that. I'm just talking about being able to understand, watching a movie without having problems, reading a magazine, reading any magazine without many problems, okay? That's what I'm talking about. And the other thing too, this number represents the number of words the average native speaker knows. Now remember, there are many types of people in the world, right? We have some people who didn't finish high school and they might not know as many words as a person who finished university. Or there are people who finished university but they don't read much, so they don't really have a chance to expand their vocabulary. We have people who dropped out of high school but they read a lot, so they have a big vocabulary. So it depends on the person, right? But this is for the average. And if you think about the word average, the average is the middle, not exactly, but okay, pretty much. The average is sort of the middle part of, high and low. So if you want a good vocabulary, then you'll need more words. Excuse me. My nose is itchy. I don't know why. So anyway, that's the point of this today. I want you to think about how much time you're going to need. And I want you to think about how much time you're putting into English today. How much time are you spending learning new words? How much time are you spending learning the grammar? And I don't mean studying, I mean altogether. The studying and using and reading and speaking yourself and reading and listening and watching movies, all these things. How much time are you spending with English a week. If it's less than 1 hour a day, then it's going to take you a very long time. There are ways that you can make this, you can speed this up. And don't worry, don't get scared. It's not all hard study. You can learn new words, and it doesn't feel like studying very hard. You know, you can enjoy the process too. And I have some more tips. This is only part 6. I have a few more videos that I'm going to make, and I will, along the lines, I will teach you some great ways to learn new vocabulary and improve your ability to speak and communicate and your ability to listen. And all these tips will help you learn English better and learn English faster. So don't get scared. It's not so tough, really, but it does take a long time. You can't get there without making an effort. Okay, so think about this and decide if you want to continue studying English or if you want to quit and maybe start playing tennis or learning the piano with this time instead. No, don't quit. Don't quit now. If you understand this video, you're already quite far along. And it means that you're doing well already. So if you can understand this video, if you're watching this video now, then you're not going to quit. I know you're not going to quit, which is good. But maybe you need to spend a little bit more time in, not studying necessarily, not just studying. I'll explain that in my next video. You don't want to study. But think about how much time you're spending with English, doing things, a variety of things in English, and try to get it up to 2 or 3 hours a day if you can, if you have that chance. That will help you go a lot faster, and you'll learn English a lot better. So anyway, that's my video for today. I hope you liked watching this and thinking about this, and if you did, please feel free to click the like button, and also tell your friends and your family. If somebody else is studying English, somebody you know is learning English, they might like this video too. So please do me a favor and spread the news. That's it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.